We live in a minimalist-ish apartment. It's 685 square feet in the heart of Toronto, which means not too many storage solutions. We definitely have our share of stuff in this place, but it's either pretty pared down to the essentials, or we've just gotten really good at hiding it because overall, we really hate clutter. You know, the whole cluttered space, cluttered mind thing. The truth is, when you live in a smaller space, you kind of have to keep on top of the clutter or it can get overwhelming pretty quick. See? And let's be real, I absolutely hate cleaning. So over the years, we set systems in place to keep our home tidy and clutter-free for the majority of the time. There are definitely still days when the mess gets away from us or we're just too tired to bother, but having these systems in place makes it so we avoid spending hours of the weekend cleaning, dusting, and KonMari folding all of our undies. They do look nice though. I'm the type of person who can't quite relax if there's a lingering mess or a bunch of stuff lying around, so these habits allow me to not only keep the space nice and calm, but my mind too. And when your friends come over for an unannounced visit, you'll be able to clean up so fast that they think that you just live like this all the time. So let's get into the 10 tiny habits to keep a neat and clutter-free home. Number 1 is to vacuum regularly, as in every couple of days. I don't know about you, but I shed like crazy, and sometimes it feels like I have more hair on the floor than I do on my head. Our tiles are white, my hair is brown, you get the idea. Vacuuming all the floors in the apartment takes less than 10 minutes, and it's especially easier now that we've upgraded to the Dyson, aka my other boyfriend. This thing makes it so damn satisfying to clean and dust every time, and it's truly worth the hype. Sometimes I'll vacuum just because I'm bored. It's just that satisfying. I should really get a hobby. Or is vacuuming my hobby? Whatever, the girls that get it, get it. Vacuuming the floors every few days is a pretty low effort habit to keep up with, especially given the size of the space. And now I actually enjoy it. So try to take 5 to 10 minutes every couple of days just to run a vacuum along the floors to keep them looking clean. And once a week you can do the couch, and we do the mattresses monthly. Habit number 2 is no dirty dishes in the sink before bed. I would say this is purely up to you and your routine. Some people like to incorporate doing the dishes as part of their like Zen morning ritual, but for me, I can't stand having a job to do as soon as I get up in the morning. So we've made it a rule to have all the dishes done or at least loaded into the dishwasher before bed every night. Essentially, it's a little nagging task that really gets in the way of our downtime, and that's really what all of this is about. What is it in your home that's nagging at you to pick me up, put me away, or clean me up, instead of just allowing you to chill and relax? So an empty sink is a cue in the habit to let me know that it's time to relax. Habit number 3 is to simplify. Look, it's no secret that owning less means that there is less to take care of and ultimately less to clean. I have a ton of videos on my channel about decluttering and organizing, so I'll make sure to link some here or in the description below for you. The gist of it is essentially letting go of things that don't bring you 1, joy, 2, value, or 3, utility. If it doesn't check off any of those boxes, then you can consider letting it go, which means there's going to be a lot less to clean. And speaking of simplifying, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, Athletic Greens. I'm so excited to be working with them again, and I've been incorporating Athletic Greens into my daily habit since about January, and I've been really enjoying it. If anything, it's encouraging me to stay hydrated, but I can definitely appreciate a more even sort of keel of energy throughout the day, and I definitely don't experience those like highs and lows that I do with coffee. It's actually good. It doesn't taste like earth. Athletic Greens is an essentialist nutrition company that is all about simplifying your daily health routine. The AG1 supplement contains 75 vitamins, minerals, superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens in one daily serving, with the aim to help support your energy, focus, gut health, and digestion without the need to take multiple pills or products. The AG1 supplement is also gluten-free, there's no eggs, no sugar, no GMOs, and it is nut and dairy-free. And if you click the link in the description, Athletic Greens is giving my community a year's supply of their vitamin D drops and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase of AG1. So check it out. Thanks, Athletic Greens. Let's get back into the rest of the video. Habit number 4 is to wipe down surfaces as you go. Don't wait for the crumbs to accumulate. Instead of having a big, huge mess to clean up after dinner or meal prepping, I like to tidy up as I go. This will mean less grime to scrape off the stovetop later, less stains and spots to clean up, and will even make for an easier clean in places like the bathroom. Number 5 is to put it away. This in particular, I think really applies to your entryway and when you get home. For me personally, having a messy, cluttered entryway stresses me out, and as you can see in this apartment, there isn't really a lot of space or places to put things. And if you allow things to accumulate, they will. So when you come home, take a few extra seconds to hang your coat up in the closet, put your keys where they belong so you're never scrambling to find them, and neatly put your shoes back where they live. We have the shoe mat for fast-moving seasonal shoes and a shoe rack inside the closet, so everything has a home. And I really recommend having a designated place for things because over time, it'll just become second nature to put it there. And this doesn't apply to just your entryway. This is a bonus fail-safe method to making sure that you've unplugged and turned off your hair straightener. Turn down your spaces when you're done. This has really helped me maintain my focus on the work that I want to get accomplished and really has helped with my productivity. Your environment matters when you're aiming to do some good interrupted work, and if there's a bunch of papers, cables, and dirty glasses in the way, that's what's going to take your attention rather than the work that you want to be doing. This is a great habit to get into for your workspace, but this can apply to any and all of your spaces. I also like to do this in the living room before bed, so we fluff the pillows, we neatly fold the blankets, and put the remotes back where they belong. This will mean that every morning you're greeted with a clean and calm space that's ready to enjoy. As opposed to being greeted with a mess every morning, I think that just sets a more chaotic tone for your day. Number 7 is to utilize storage solutions. And why not make them cute? If your storage solution is cute and something that you like to look at, you're probably more likely to put things back in their place. Having a good storage solution also ensures that everything has a home. Keeping a neat space is pretty much all about having a place for things and actually putting them there. So if you have a spot for storage, do it. So for example, instead of having to take my oats out of this big giant bulk package every day, it looks really overwhelming, it's loud, it's kind of messy. We've decided to decant those oats into this container and we leave it on our counter with the other fast movers. It looks nice and it's really easy to access. Other ways I like to utilize storage is by using baskets. So we have a bunch of little wicker baskets all over the apartment. I use that to store our potatoes and garlic, to store my hair care. And this is just to illustrate that you don't need to go out to the Container Store or Muji to buy cute little storage boxes if you don't have access to that right now. In this place too, we don't have any built-in shelving, so we've utilized things like dresser and drawer storage. Everything still has a place where it lives and is easy to grab and go. Tip number 8 is to keep decor intentional. Notice I didn't say minimal here because this is something that will be completely personal to you, what you like, and what gives you energy versus takes it away. So if you're a maximalist when it comes to your decor, or you just love trinkets, tchotchkes, art, whatever, do you. Instead of putting pressure on yourself to have the least in your home, just be intentional about what's there now and what you bring in next. For me, I find the more things that are out on display or on surfaces, the more there is to clean and the more cluttered it feels. I don't want to live in a museum or in a cold, lifeless space though, so instead I like to decorate with things we regularly use or just like. They add warmth and personality to our space, we enjoy looking at them, and they mean something to us, so they don't really translate as clutter. But if some of your decor is translating as clutter to you, then that's when you can think about getting rid of it and enjoying some of that negative space. Number 9 is making the bed and keeping the bed minimal. Look, what's with all the pillows? I never got the whole getting ready for bed thing by taking pillows off and putting them on the floor. Keeping the bed minimal just keeps things looking clean and neat, and it's also easier to make in the morning and easier to get into at night. Tip number 10 is to hide your clutter. Everyone has a secret junk drawer or 2 or 10, and the key to them is keeping out of sight, out of mind. But I still like to keep the out of sight part as organized as possible. You can do this by decluttering for one, but also staying organized with everything that remains. Use old containers, cups, baskets, or drawer separators to make even the most chaotic drawer feel a little more orderly. And labeling things immediately makes it feel more organized and aesthetic, so don't be afraid to utilize this too. And in general with this, I like to keep what I use on an everyday basis out and on display, but hide what you're not using. So for example, we have our coffee station out on the kitchen countertop because we use it every single day, but the blender can hide in this cupboard. But it's not hiding within a mess, it's still easy to access and everything looks clean and organized. So those are 10 habits that you can do every day to keep your home tidy and clutter-free. It's all about finding easy ways to simplify so you can focus less on taking care of what's in your home and more time enjoying it. Let me know any habits that you do on the regular to keep your home tidy and clutter-free. And if you got this far, leave a little broom emoji in the comments. Oh, and please give me a thumbs up while you're at it for the whole, like YouTube algorithm thing. It really helps me out. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.